are now looking at a 2022 Mercedes-Benz C220d in Hilux White, also known as a dying breed. You see, not too long ago, medium-sized turbo diesel luxury sedans were all the rage. This trend was admittedly quite regional, but no matter where these automobiles once ruled supreme, their numbers have been mercilessly decimated by the onslaught of SUVs, crossovers, EVs, or any horrid combination thereof. To state the painfully obvious, SUVs and their ilk represent better versatility, increased freedom of mild off-road movement, and an often misplaced sense of heightened safety. We've also learned over the years that people choose their superior floor clearance because it offers better visibility in traffic, plus easier entry and exit from the vehicle. There are probably a few more reasons why the sedan is no longer popular, but I sincerely hope that they'll stick around and make a small comeback at some stage. Why? Because for unadventurous plebs like me, who only stick to smooth tarmac, these cars are all we ever need. And thanks to clever injection and turbocharger systems, these once rattling oil burners can easily match a petrol unit in terms of power delivery. Sure, they can't rev as high as a gasoline equivalent, but with today's 9-speed gearboxes, the latest diesel lumps can use what limited RPMs they have in repeated intervals of proper propulsion. Better still, they shove almost 100% of their twisting power onto the crank from very low down the rev range. And now that we're down here in the tachometer, this is where you'll find this vehicle's sweet spot. Mercedes-Benz claims an average of just 4.7 litres per 100 kilometers from the 66-litre tank, giving careful pilots a theoretical range of 1,400 kilometers between stops at the diesel pumps. Also, for a diesel, the C220d is remarkably quiet. Even early in the morning, with what we Southern Africans would call cold temperatures, our white press vehicle refused to hammer or tap it its way to operating temperatures. Once warmed up and at cruising altitude, you'd be hard-pressed to find any proof that it's a diesel. Even turbo lag is kept to a bare minimum. If you're still interested in the actual car, we highly recommend checking out our other C-Class videos to get a better understanding of what the German giant built into their new C-Class. As a summary, it's caught up to everyone in terms of tech, while doing its utmost to retain the trusted level of comfort, safety, and understatement. Once again, we have to caution conservative buyers about the amount of gadgets, most of them crammed into a pretty large and vertical television on the dashboard. The steering wheel and instrument cluster, depending on spec level, will also require a fair bit of experimentation before you get used to all their incredible features. If you require some more sedan-friendly numbers, 0 to 100 should take just 7.3 seconds, while the top speed is apparently 245 km an hour. This 2-litre 4-cylinder turbo diesel puts out 162 kilowatts with a mild hybrid assist, or up to 440 Newton meters, while the boot can swallow up to 455 litres, the turning radius is 11.1 meters, and the ground clearance is so woeful that it drags its front skirts on any elevated surface. Which brings us full circle to the reason why everyone migrated to SUVs. And I do mean everyone. My folks, my wife, my brother, my neighbors, almost all of my friends, most of my colleagues, and based on my powers of observation, every single parent at my daughter's kindergarten. Except me. I refuse. I'd rather have the C220d than the admittedly excellent GLB 220d, although I'll probably have to live with my family's unanimous disapproval and the fact that I won't be able to see anything at a busy intersection. Because it's filled with SUVs and, as someone once famously said, SUVs are like atom bombs. If one person has one, everyone has to have one.